The first thing to do is to delete the default text by clicking on the A dashboard and then scrolling to delete. Once you delete it, you can then import your background. So you choose this option here and then you go to from gallery here. So once you click on from gallery, you can access your gallery using this option. So now I'm going to pick the one I've downloaded and then set it to 1 by 1. I mean this one. So now once I select that, I can adjust it to where I want it to be and then activate. So once I activate this, then I can begin my flyer design. Now I need to bring in the first thing or adjust my background. Now the background, I need to adjust it a bit. So I'll use my magic stick, the last option here, this one. I'll use it to select the options I want. Now I'll use brightness, contrast, and saturation. So my brightness, I'll put my brightness at -28. So once I do that, I'll click on contrast and set it to 13. And then for my saturation, I'll use -2. So now I'm good to go. The next thing is to bring in the first image, the iconic image for this flyer. So I'll click on this hexagonal shape here. So once you click on that, you can select by importing that PNG image. Now you click on import. Here is import, this one. So once you click on import, you can now bring in the image by going to where it is. I should have it under my downloads. So I'll go to download and then pick it. So here is the image. I'll activate it and place it at the middle. So now the image is already in the design, but I need to make some adjustment to it. So that image, I can give it let me just try to adjust it with my fingers and then place it at the middle. So you can use relative position to adjust your image to the middle. So now this is what I have. Now what next? The next thing is to blend that image with your background. Now how do we do that? You go to stickers. This is what I'm talking about. So once you click on sticker once, it will give you a faded brush effect. Now that brush effect, you need to tap your screen once and then click on it again and then expand it or reduce depending on what you want. Place it where you want to be, that means beneath your clock design. Now look at how I will do it. I will copy it repeatedly and place it on that clock image. So I'll go to copy and then copy it repeatedly. So as I'm clicking copy, I'm adding more of that faded brush tool to it, which I found under stickers. So after copying that, you can use the one you've copied, you can merge it together and then copy to make it faster. So click on layers. Here is layers here. So once you click on layers, you tap this button here. Once you click on that button, you can now tick the boxes in front of your images. So you are going to tick only that faded brush effect. Don't tick every other thing, only the brush effect. Now once you have ticked it, you can now click on this option that you have here. That means you want to merge it together. It will ask you, are you sure you want to merge the selected objects? So what you do is to click OK. Now that I have clicked OK, you are going to find that this thing or this effect is now one. It has been made one layer. Now this is what I will do. I will select the layer and then copy it by going to copy under my option that I have here. This is copy. So once I click on copy, then I'll place it more again. I can expand depending on what I want. So if it is not giving me what I want, I copy it again, place it one more time, and then I have my result. So that is how you are going to do your fading of image. You can fade image using that option. Now your clock, you should balance it to the middle, and then you can lock it down using your lock option. Now that you have it, proceed to the next thing by typing the name of the organization or the church So now we are going to bring in the logo. So I'm going to import the logos now. So you need to make it circular. The way to make it circular is by clicking this option that you have here. Can you see this circular option? Once you click on the circular option, you can now proceed, and then you adjust the size of your logo. So it is very important that you make it somehow very small, not too small. Let's check the size that I have here. Relative size is 6%. Okay, let's go with 7%. Now I will need to bring in the second logo by also following that same option. Then reduce the size until I have something very close to the second one. Then I can place it beside each other. So the next thing is to type by using the option here, this alphabet A. Once you click on alphabet A, you will see option to add your text. So you click on it and edit. So now you can type the name of your church. So this is what you are going to have. Click OK and then change the color. It is still under this option. You scroll until you have the color. This is color option here. So once you click on color, you can now select the color. I'm not just going to use any color, the clock or from the background. Now I'm using the color, the dark color from the clock. So once I click on color, there is a plus button beside the option for colors. The options are there. So click on the plus button, and then you click on this eyedropper tool. This is what we call eyedropper tool here, eyedropper tool. So once you click on the eyedropper tool, you pick the image you want to use and then click on the color where the color is on that image. So I'm taking this slowly so that you can get the exact way to do it. So click OK, and then you place your text close to your logo, and then this is a different font. We have to select our own font. So you click on font. Here is font option. So once you click on font, you can now pick the font from your downloaded and imported fonts. So now you click on my font, or you click on recent if you've used it earlier. So as for me, I've used it earlier and I used Montserrat Bold. Montserrat Bold. Click OK once you select it, and then go to your size. I'm going to use around size 12 or so. So now I'm going to scroll to option where there is size. Here is it. This is size. So click on size and then you reduce to what you want. Let's make it 12 and then place it at the right place. So I'm going to use my positioning to navigate the text to the right position. So if the space in between the two line is too much, you can use this option here, line spacing. This is line spacing option under our alphabet or text tool. So click on it and then you reduce it depending on what you want. So -1 or 2 is okay. Then you activate, use your position to place it where exactly you want it to be. So I'm done with that. The next thing is to go to the right hand side and create a circular or rounded rectangle. So by doing that, I will click on this next dashboard, which is for shape, this hexagonal shape tool. So now once I click on that, I can now select shapes, bring it here, adjust it to the size you want, and then after doing that, you go to radius. Your radius should be 30% for this design. So 30% will be very okay for this design. So I'll place it here, and then what next? Type on it. So if it is too long, you can still edit it by clicking edit and then adjusting the size. So here is what I have on my design, and then the best thing to do is to check if it is in alignment with your logo and your name, the name of your church. So you can just adjust it a bit if it needs some adjustment, and then you proceed to the next thing. Copy this text for your name of church by clicking on the A tool, which is alphabet or text tool, and then you click on copy. Once you click on copy, bring it here and then select or click on edit. Once you click on edit, it will sustain the color, it will sustain the font size, it will sustain the font type. So you type Sunday service depending on what you're having. If it is Word Conference, you type Word Conference. If it is Easter Sunday, you type Easter Sunday. If it is any other service, you type the name and place it on that rounded rectangle. Just like that. We are going, we are moving, we are progressing. So the next thing to do is to bring in your theme and your Bible text. So what you do now is to type the Bible or the theme. So type the theme using a new text layer. Now you delete the default text and then type the set. So the set time is what we want to do, but we can't type everything at once. We need to give it a graphical look. So the set will be bringing first, and then our font to be used is Aberkeley. So let's go to font. So you scroll until you have font. So once you click on font, you can now select my font and then you pick Aberkeley. This is Aberkeley. Aberkeley is spelled Aberkley. So once you click Aberkeley, you click OK, then you change the color. It can be visible here. So when you are designing, you need to understand that color is not what should give you. Just look at your background and the major image you have, pick your color from them. So the color we are using is the previous one we've used, which is the brown that we've used for our Fountain of Life and our Sunday service. But this one won't work well. As I've seen it now, I'll need to go to gradient and select this color. This is what I used earlier. For you to select gradient, you need to adjust the left and right color tab, this left and this right, this left and right color tab, then you pick the color from the image. So that one is just a simple thing you can do. Once you click it, you click on the bucket option here. This is the bucket tool. This is the bucket tool here. So once, let me just use it for this first one so that you can understand. So click on this bucket tool and then pick the color from your image. So I'll just pick it from the image and activate it. That's all. So it will give me the color and then I'll go straight to my design. So now you see that it's appearing somehow better on my design. So if it is not giving you what you want, you can still select your sticker option, make this blurry stuff, bring it here. You can copy it, bring it here again, copy it, bring it here again, so that that place can be covered up a little, and then you can now bring in the set time to front by sending it to front. So once you send it to front, you can now proceed. Now let's pick time. I'll be using Montserrat Black Italic. So I'll click on the text and then type time, T-I-M-E, done. Okay, then bring it here and then bring it here. Now you have to select color. You use gradient also, and this is the gradient we are using. Now we need to change the font. This is the font. Now we go to our font and then pick Montserrat Black Italic. So here is Montserrat Black Italic, and then once you click on Montserrat Black Italic, you click OK, and then you can adjust the size of your text. So this is what you have, but you can use your relative position to balance it to the middle. You bring your the set, you bring it up a bit by clicking on position and then clicking on up arrow a bit. So now this is what you're going to have, and then you can proceed to the next things. So these ones are the time, the date, and the location. So this is what we're going to do. Since we have our Montserrat here, let's just copy one of it, then we change it to the size we want and then to the typeface we want, So delete it and then type Sunday. You have to shorten some words so as to make it go well with your space. 8, then you click the backspace and then you type MAR dot for March and 2026 and click on done. So once you click on done, you click OK, then you can now change the font just like we used to do. So the font can now be here. You just click on the font you want to use, Montserrat bold, and then you adjust every other thing. So that's the position for your design, for your text, and then the size of your text. So for that, you can select size and you increase the size until you have what you want. So activate it, you click on it again and copy, bring it here, bring it to the center, edit it to the next test, and that is 8 a.m. 8 semicolon 00 a.m. So once you click OK, you have it there. You adjust the position, and then the next test onto the last test. So for you, the last test, after making your last test, this is what you should have. This is what you should have on the design. So you are going to adjust everything. The last one you adjust by typing. After typing, you adjust, ensure that everything is okay. As the last thing there is one thing I did not talk about, which is the clock. You can copy it, and then here is the layer. Once you copy it, you go to opacity and then reduce the opacity. This is the opacity. You see the clock. I copied it, increase the size, and then bring it on under the design. I send it to the back and then reduce the opacity. So the opacity will be reduced to 6%. So 6% will work well for this, and then you have your design. So to save your design, you need to click on this option here, this one. So once you click on this, you can select save as image if you are saving it to your phone gallery. If you want to save it onto this app so that you can continue later, or you want to adjust something, you click on save as project. So you save as image. Here is save as image. So you click on save as image, and then you will scroll down. If the dimension is not set in the beginning, you can select ultra. Once you click on ultra, you click on save to gallery.